Hello, good evening, and welcome to Conversations with Segun. It's an exciting day today, the 12th day of January, the second working week of the month of January in the year 2021. I'm excited because today's episode is going to be awesome. I have my guest already seated in the studio. I want to welcome everyone that is watching. Wherever you are watching from, welcome to Conversations with Segun today. I want to encourage you quickly to please share this stream with your contact because we're going to have an awesome time tonight. I want to see those that are watching. Put your comment in the comment section. Let me welcome you specially. If you know you are watching, it's your first time. If you're here because of the Black Mentor all the way from the United States of America, I want to put your comments in the comment section. I want to see you and I want to welcome you to the program. Kolawole Elijah says, let's go. Yes, I like that. Let's go. We are ready. The Black Mentor himself is here. Kolawole says, the boss himself. Nice. Thanks. Welcome. Ides Coffee, the AI specialist. Hello, boss. Nice to be here. Good. Good to have you here. How's your brother? Kelly, how's Kelly doing? I know you guys are in Lagos right now doing so much with AI, artificial intelligence, and all the others. Welcome to the program. All right, you guys that are here now, please do share quickly with your contact and let them know that we are here, we are live, and we are ready to go. Tonight, if you don't know, what we are discussing is goal setting for the new year, goal setting for the new year. And in discussing goal setting for the new year, we have someone who is very special to me. I'll tell you how we met. Anne Louisa Events. Welcome, Stella. How are you today? I like this, your emojis. Fantastic. Anne Louisa is already here. Please do share this this video with your contacts. Let them know that we're here. I like what Victor Clement says. Another day to be upgraded. Yes. We're already here to be upgraded, and the Black Mentor is here to upgrade us tonight, guys. He's already seated in the studio. No fear. No, seated in America, seated and his live is right here. I can see him right now with the corner of my eyes in the studio. Kolawole says, I want to learn powerful tonight. You are sharing already. Fantastic. Thank you to everyone that is sharing. Raktin Zakar says, good vibes. Are you just watching for the first time? Because I've just seen this name. I kind of know everybody who comes live here every Tuesday night for our ritual of having a conversation with some of the best minds across the world. My guest today is someone who is going to be talking to us about goal setting for the new year. Let me tell you how I met him first. I met him on the live of the now, it's hard to say, but the now late Ubon King. I met him on one of his live on Instagram, and I went immediately to DM him and say, sir, I like to follow someone like you. I like everything you're doing. And it was very pleasing. It was very open. It was nice. And, this is like last year. And this year I came up to him after a while and said, sir, I would like you to come talk to my audience today on goal setting for the new year. And he gladly jumped on it after doing a little background, what's it called now? Background search on me. And he now finally came here. There's somebody joining us in the studio, Eniola. You have to go watch from YouTube, rather. You can't join us in the studio here, Eniola. I'm sure you got the link by mistake, but you need to join us elsewhere. Okay, so before I bring the Black Mentor, I wouldn't want to say so much about him because when I watched him on Ubon King, he shared so much about himself that I'm not sure Ubon King could have been able to share that at that time. But I would like him to do that here the same. But before that, Rectin Zaka says, another night to learn and unlearn. And she says, oh, no, this is not my first. No, sir, this is my first time coming early. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So this is not your first time here, but your first time coming early. I see some people in the studio. You actually got the wrong link. I'm going to see how I can send the right link to you so that you go join from YouTube. Eniola and Jessica, you need to join from YouTube, okay? You need to join from YouTube. There's another link you need to use to join. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that link to you, Eniola. All right. So, but let me bring the Black Mentor into the studio, guys. If you're ready, Nigeria, if you're ready, everybody everywhere watching, if you're ready, the Black Mentor is coming right now. The next face you will see is the face of Mr. Joseph J. Nantomah, popularly known as the Black Mentor, and is going to be mentoring us tonight. Guys, let's welcome the Black Mentor to the studio. Welcome,
Hello.
sir.
Thank you for having me. Can you hear me loud and clear?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Beautiful. Greetings from my beautiful city, Milwaukee, all the way here in Wisconsin, United States. Thank you for having me again.
Fantastic. Welcome the Black Mentor to the studio. I'm happy to have you. I'm excited. Like I said earlier to you when we were doing the test run, I said it's always exciting to have someone like you with me, and I'm excited to have you here. I'm sure my audience also are excited. If you're excited to see the Black Mentor in person, Joseph Nantomah, the one you have always, I know many of you have been wondering, who is the Black Mentor? Who's the Black Mentor? He's right here seated in the studio. Sir, so that we fire away, let me show you some of the comments of the people welcoming you. Look at their comments right there. Somebody's washing their hands and say, oh, we're ready. Eden has coffee. Says, welcome, sir. Udokang say, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. And by the way, they says, we can hear you.
Okay.
Victor Clement also says, loud and clear. We can hear you very well. All right. That's me welcoming you to the studio, sir. I want to take it away because I know you don't have enough time, but we're going to maximize the time that we have tonight. Sir, let my audience meet you tonight.
My name is Joseph Nantomah, aka the Black Mentor. I was born in Port Harcourt some 44 years ago. My birthday was December 31st, actually. I'm a project manager, moved down to the United States in 2016. I run 15 businesses now in the United States. I'm a national planning committee member with the outgoing president. And my philosophy is just share what you have. You know, the more you share, the more you have. Thank you.
I like that. The philosophy of sharing what you have. It is only a pipeline that passes oil that remains oiled.
Right.
Only a pipeline that passes oil that remains oiled. And that's what you have been to a lot of people. So let my audience also know, apart from you being a Black Mentor and loving to share, let them know what you have done in the past. I know you worked during the election, you worked with some of the parties in America. I heard you share that on Ubon King live stream. And you also run a new company now that is into real estate and into training. Shed more light into that for my audience to learn tonight.
Came into the United States, you know how it goes. You have to go through certain processes to stay here. I, for one, am somebody who likes doing things by the book. So I had to go through the processes and all that. But in 2017, when I started my first company, now I have 15 businesses in the United States by the grace of God. When I started with my first company, it was a training company where I was teaching people how to set up systems in America. In the United States, we have what we call the 3 C's. So the 3 C's being credit, cash, or collateral. The strongest of them in the United States is the first C, credit. You need to have good credit to be able to maximize certain potentials here in the United States. So I started teaching people on credit. And how did I know that? When I came in, it took me about 1 year to be able to settle down to get my papers. While I was waiting, the only thing I could get at that time was to get a library card. So I took the library card and I started going to the library. And in 2017, like I always say, I read 52 books. I read 50 books, and the books were all about building businesses, reading about successful people in the United States, the things that matters to them, and so many other things. And I found out that people, 98% of Americans don't know how to set up their business credit. So I took it upon myself. To be successful, you need to find problems and resolve them. It's that simple, and people will pay you for it. Actually, people pay you very well for it. So I started doing those training, and while I was doing that, somebody who knows somebody who knew the governor or the previous governor of Wisconsin found me and introduced me to the governor. So I was invited by the governor to the governor's mansion in Madison for a dinner, and that was how I got into the Republican Party. When I met the governor, he felt I had the potentials to work with him. So in 2018, I handled 6 cities, just 6 cities for the Republican Party for Governor Scott Walker's campaign. We did lose the election, but what happened for me was I made a lot of new friends in high places. The very next year, he took me to the White House and I met the vice president. And the vice president was the one who introduced me to the president. And the rest has been history. I became a national planning committee member for the president. Pretty much what I do is just help Black people, teach them, help them economically to empower them. That's what I do here.
Fantastic. So we all know, like you said, you were born in Port Harcourt and sometime moved to United States. How was it for you? It's hard for us to see Nigerians abroad owning businesses. You now said you have over 20, if I heard you
No,
correctly.
I have 15 businesses with my
You have
non-profit. 15, 1 5.
15 businesses. How was it for you starting from one to scale it up to not just 10, but 15 as a Nigerian in America? How was it for you, sir?
Number one is, for me to have done that, I was hungry. You're back home, you know how it is. I was really hungry for success. And that's what I always teach people about mindset. Everything is your mindset. When I came here, I was hungry. I wanted to be successful because my background wasn't very good. I grew up with my stepmom where I have to eat one soup every week. If you eat okra soup from Monday to Saturday, then
To
next week,
Sunday,
then Sunday, then next, no, Sunday is always Christmas, Sunday rice. So
rice.
you know how it is. Then egusi soup, then you cook palm. So I was tired of all that kind of life. So when I came here and I saw the atmosphere was good, the environment was encouraging, I was not ready to play it average anymore. You have to make up your mind. You have to wake up one day and make up your mind. I say, today is that day going forward that I want to move my life forward. That is all it takes. Making up your mind. A lot of people have not made up their mind. When you make up your mind, say, you know what, this is what I want, then you start chasing it. The moment you start chasing that dream, you start chasing. So that way, you know where you're going. It's like, you are in Lekki, you say you're going to Oshodi. You will know the path to go to Oshodi. If somebody was diverting you to go to Ogun State, you will say no. So I woke up one day and I made up my mind that I want to become successful. Now, what do you do next? There are certain actions successful people take. Number one, you have to be reading books. You have to watch less TV. You have to put yourself in a circle where you meet people who are having the same like minds and even doing better than you are. Okay? You have to be in such circle. There is a saying that if you mess around with 4 idiots, you're going to be number 5 idiots. But if you mess
Sure.
around with 4 successful people, you're going to be the number 5th successful person. Because all they will be talking about are things that are going to be uncomfortable for you, how you're going to grow. So the mistake a lot of people make is they want to become successful, right? No problem. But they still find themselves, let's say you're making $100,000. Okay, let's say you're making 100,000 Naira a month, but your friends are people that are making 10,000 Naira every single month. How are they going to affect you? All the information they'll be giving to you is less information. You are actually making more money, but you're talking to people, your family, your friends, your siblings. They are not making as much as you are, but yet you're taking economic advice from them. You're taking business advice from them. They're talking about things that are not even scaling up to $100,000 that you are making. What happens before you find yourself not too long, you start thinking like people that make 10, 20,000, and before you know what's happening, that's the money that's going to come because it's energy. What you give out is what you're going to get in. So I had to find myself in the midst of millionaires. I had to start talking, and I'm going to tell you how to get into that midst of millionaires as well because I had a teaching on that. There are 2 ways to associate with the elites. And I called them, I said, one is by association, one is by investment. So that was my process. I had to wake up and say, enough is enough. And as I started growing, I started cutting it. There was a time in my business, in the last 4 years, I said, I'm not taking any business that is less than $50,000. This 2020, any business that is less than $100,000, I'm not saying yes. So this is how you grow yourself. This is how you scale your business. You just have to make decisions, take corresponding actions, and get it done.
Wow, 15 business started in the United States of
In
America
4 years.
by a Nigerian in 4 years.
Yes. I came to the United States 2016 December.
Wow. Wow, that's an incredible time to get. But do you know there are people who have lived in the United States, Nigerians who have lived there for 20 years and still haven't gotten one business off the ground?
Well, like
I like what.
it's decision, you know. What are you hungry? Are you hungry enough to want it? It's one thing to have wishes, you know. It's one thing to say, oh, I want to do it, I wish to do it. It's another thing actually doing it. You know, like Nike says, just go do it, just do it, you
Just
know.
do it.
You get out there, you gather information, you act on your information. You don't sit on your butt and wait for an angel to come tell you what to do. You take action, you read, you implement, you read, you implement, you know. I was going through your background. I actually did a little bit of research about you. I saw that you are an HSC expert, right? I'm a project manager by myself. So one of the things that we have in common is that we know how to plan. And there are
True.
5 processes, you know, when it comes to planning things. And number one, we say you initiate an idea, you
Mm,
plan the idea, you
mm.
execute the idea, you monitor and control, then you close it. So the
Yes.
moment you master these 5 processes, it's the same thing. That's what I use for
Second.
those of you who follow me on social media. I just came back from what do you call it, from Las Vegas, where I went to set my new office. It's the same thing. Right now I'm in Wisconsin. When I pick up myself, I have done it here. I am successful in Wisconsin. I go to Las Vegas. I do the same process. I finish from Las Vegas. I go to what do you call it, Houston, Texas, and do the same process. I leave Houston, Texas. I go to California and do the same process. Initiate an idea, plan the idea, execute the
Wait.
idea, monitor and control, close. Don't stop there. Do the next one. You know, so that
True.
is the circle, you know, is the circle of a business. You keep doing it for number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. Of course, there is hard work. You cannot be lazy doing this. You and I have been talking since morning. You know all the meetings I've been in and out. You have
Yes.
to move. I'm not a guy who sits here in Wisconsin and say, you know what, I'm going to wait for opportunities to come to me. Last year, I traveled 40 times.
Hmm.
I flew 40 times. I slept in hotels 125 times in different cities in the United States. Some people say, oh, it's an enjoyment. There's nothing enjoyable about sitting in the flight 40 times. There's nothing enjoyable about sleeping on a strange bed 125 times. But I had to
Hmm.
move. And that is what gave me the success that I had. You have to move. You have to follow information. You have to follow contact. I'm the kind of person when they call me and say there is a property to buy in Atlanta, I'm not sitting down here talking to you on the phone. I'm booking the next flight and I'm coming over there to inspect the property and I put in an offer. And these are the things people saw in me, saw the hunger, saw the drive, and decided to give me the opportunities that I have. They know when you talk to Joseph, he's going to show up because being successful is 80% showing up.
Wow.
You can show
Being
up,
successful is 80%.
showing
More than
up.
half, more than 3%,
Yes.
more than
Show up.
75% of the time. Show up.
If you show up, you will always win. See, let me tell you something about showing up, about your presence. Let me give you. I had a transaction I was doing. I was late on the transaction. It was $1 million transaction. I wasn't having enough money, so I went there. Some people would give an excuse not to show up. I went there and I sat down and I said, you know what? I did come to show you that I'm serious, but right now I don't have $1 million. Is there a way I can give you part payment and we'll spread the rest over 2 years? And they took the deal. Why? Because you
Wow.
showed up, you know? So when you show up, people know you're serious. So being successful is just showing up. Have you had a
True.
situation where 4 or 5 people said when Segun show, if when we catch Segun, we're going to deal this with him, we're going to do that with him. Then all of a sudden you show up. All of them started shaking your hands. It has happened to a lot of people.
True. True.
It's
True.
showing, when you show up, your presence there, anything can happen when you show up. So just show up in 2021.
The mentor, I've just picked this up again, even though I used to do it before. I've just picked this up again right now, where you said, even though you didn't have the money, you showed up and said, guys, I'm interested in this. I like this, but I don't have the money right now. But I'm here. to tell you that, look, I don't have the money. If we can do this, that's something I'm going to pick and I'm going to run with this year. And I'm sure things are going to turn up, and I'm going to be able to share that testimony with you to say, look, I showed up for this, even though I didn't have it all, and this was what happened.
Amen,
I'm
brother.
definitely going to pick that.
Amen, brother.
I'm definitely going to work with it. That's something I'm going to drive this year.
Yes, every time you show up, people take you more seriously and they give you more opportunities.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. All right, so I want to move quickly. As you can see on the screen there, our topic for today, we've just been doing the background. So, guys, be ready. Hope your data is properly charged. I hope your battery. Yeah, so that was just whetting their
Yeah.
appetite.
Yeah.
So the real discussion for today is goal setting for the new year. Last week we had John Obidi here, and it was really fantastic. He told us what type of goals to set, how to have travel goals, how to have notoriety goals. How many of us remember all those things he said? In fact, for me, those are the two that caught my attention: travel goals, notoriety goal. The Black Mentor just said he traveled more than 40 times, slept on over 150 beds.
125.
And so, yeah, so I'm putting that in perspective now. I'm already saving up. I have to be in at least a number of countries this year. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I have to show up anyway. I have to show up anyway. I'm going to make that happen by the grace of God. Then he also talked about notoriety goals. People must know who you are. Until people know who you are, you do not exist. So they need to know who you are. You need to intentionally make people know who you are. The Black Mentors are. So what is goal setting for you for the new year? I'm going to give you the next 10 minutes so that you just shoot and the people listen and write. I'll just be throwing the comments, and 10 minutes, I'll be back. So go ahead, sir.
Pretty much, you see, when you're setting goals, we're just talking about your plans for 2021. That's all we're talking about. And for me, I've come to learn something, that the ability it takes to think small is the same ability it takes to think big. Nobody's going to arrest you in 2021 if you say this is the goal that you want to set. And like you rightly said, you just have to have different goals that you're setting for yourself. For me, for example, last year we did over 24 million in real estate. This year, my goal, if you go to my page, I've set $1 billion worth of transaction this year. That is 3 times of what we did last year. Okay. Another problem a lot of people have when it comes to setting goals is set too much of a small goal. A wise man said it is better to aim high. It's better to aim high, shoot and miss. Maybe you're aiming for the moon, you might end up hitting a star, than aiming low and hit. So a lot of people, set up small goals, too much small goals. You ask somebody, how much do you want to make in 2021? They say, well, if I have 5 million naira, I'm fine. 5 million, you have bills to pay, you have your children to send to school, and so many other things. In 2021, set big goals. Okay? Set goals that are going to scare you. Set goals that you've never thought you can even achieve. Okay? I'm doing $1 billion in one of my businesses, just one of my business in 2021. So have goals that you're setting. Another thing is, I want to really add, in 2021, leave your comfort zone. Travel. Just move around. Traveling is an investment. Okay? Traveling is an investment. Every time you travel, I had this bank manager who used to be my friend in Nigeria in the past. He says, Joseph, you're the only person I know who travels, and when he travels, the money he spent to get to that place, he will make it there. I remember when I was in Dubai years ago, I was staying in one of the most expensive hotels in Dubai, and I ran into one of the in-laws of the Russian president, and we started doing business back then. So every time you leave your comfort zone, you are actually building something for yourself. Okay, you're building connections, you're building network, and your network will determine your net worth. So in 2021, have different goals that you're going to set. Make sure these goals are big. Okay, and you see, make sure that you define what your goals are and how your goals become successful. I'm not going to be here to give you different areas. The area that you're looking at, because success is different for different people. For somebody, being a better father is a success for you. For somebody, being a good wife is successful. For somebody, making $1 million is successful. For somebody, building social skills is what's a success for you. For another person, buying a house is success for you. So success is not one box fit all. Success is actually different for different people. So in 2021, whatever it is that you think is going to make you feel successful, look successful, sound successful, drive you to the place that you want, do it. But whatever you set this year, okay, before you heard me started speaking, multiply by 1,000%. That is going to be my advice for you in 2021. So it is very important that we understand that success and planning work hand in hand. So 2021, just plan big, take action, build your network, and someone was talking about just mentioned now about the what do you call it? How to get into the elites, into the club of the elites. It's number one is by association. So let's say somebody goes to your church. It's not intentional. You meet somebody, let's say you run into a minister in your country who goes to your church. He's going to give you his card or something, and and you get to know each other. But he's not going to tell you his businesses, his investment, and all that, right? But let's assume now that you knew this minister, you knew the business that he's doing, and you invest into it. The first time I went to Dubai, guess what? I met a church member, and I walk up to him and I said, "Sir, I have $50,000 I want to invest in your business." That man was the richest man in Zimbabwe. And he gave me the opportunity and took me to Dubai, and I invested in his business. And that was how I got into Dubai. Invest into successful people's businesses. When you do that, it opens a lot of doors for you.
Fantastic. You just said a few points right now, and those few points are like 1,000 things put together. Travel this year because traveling is an investment. Leave your comfort zone. Whatever you started, if you got me at that, you say whatever you started before we heard you talking, multiply it by 1,000. I'm going to change my goal. I'm going to change my goals for this year. I already written them down, but like you said, I'm going to multiply it
Can you put
by
me in the green
1,000.
room? Can you put me in the green room for 1 minute? I need to plug in my
Okay,
phone.
fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic,
1 minute.
fantastic. I'll do just that. All right. So those of you who got some of the comments, some of the things he said, put them in the comment section. I'll be taking them on the screen right now. Many of you got the idea where he said traveling is an investment. Bengamu said traveling is an investment. Yes. Councillor Jogri also said that. Victor Clement, traveling is an investment. Also, Maslab Tutor says, leave your comfort zone. Exactly. He said that. Leave your comfort zone. Travel, brother, auntie, sister. Travel. You need to travel. Black Mentor is back. I'll bring you in a few minutes, but let me get all these comments out of the way. It says success is different for different people. This one that I got also, multiply by 1,000%. Whatever it is you have planned already, times it by 1,000. Because like he said, if you aim for the moon, if you shoot and you miss the moon, you'll get the stars. So aim very high. That's why I'm saying multiply by 1,000%. He also said investment opens doors. He was talking about how he invested in someone in church who took him into the Dubai market. All right, invest in successful people's business. That is so true. I'm bringing back the mentor into the studio. Welcome back, the Black
Thank you,
Mentor.
Thank you.
So I was saying how those few points you just shared, punch, how those things mean a lot. And for those of us who missed what he said before he started talking about setting goals for the year, he shared so much at the earlier part, before even coming to this part where he said, I think this got to a lot of people, what you said about invest in successful people's business. You shared earlier that if you are in the circle of 4 poor people, you become the 5th one. So if you must grow and change levels, then you must get to the levels of the wealthy and spend money, invest in their businesses and what they are doing so that you can become the 5th wealthy man.
Let me see. I'm not the kind of person who believes in theoretical, brouhaha and all that. I believe in hitting the point. I'm a very practical person. And that is one thing that has endeared the Black Mentor brand into so many people's mind. I don't come and start giving you, 4 theories, 4 raised to power 4 divided by 20. These are all just nonsense. People just used to waste people's time. When I met the president of the United States in a room, the first thing I asked him was, "Sir, what do I do to get rich?" Period. It's as simple as that. What do I do to get rich? I don't care about people's political views. Sir, how do I get rich? It was period. My real estate business is worth $24 million today. I started it with $1,000. $1,000. What did I do? When I found out that real estate was something that a lot of successful people have in common, I was not looking to have even up $1 million in my real estate. You know how it is. You just want something, be comfortable, have a nice car, maybe pay your rent on time. That is how it goes. But now it's big. So I invested in a guy called Grant Cardone. A lot of people know Grant Cardone.
Yes. Uncle G.
Uncle G. I invested $1,000 into Uncle G's university, Grant Cardone University. That is how I started my real estate, $1,000. But guess what? It was an investment. The size of your investment does not matter. Okay? What matters is the gesture and the action.
Gesture and action.
For those of us who are Christians, you go to church and tell you, if you sow a seed, the amount of the seed doesn't matter. But the fact that you sow it, it will grow. It's like somebody goes plant four seeds of grain of corn, right? You will still get harvest. And that person goes and plants one, you will still get harvest. So I invested $1,000 into Grant Cardone's university. Guess what? I still had the opportunity of doing the phone calls. He has these phone calls that he does for all his investment class. I was part of it. Whether the other person invested 10,000, 20,000, whatever, it didn't matter. What mattered was I invested 1,000. If you don't invest, stay from now till next year and speak in tongues and pray like we do in Nigeria, you will not be rich. It's not a curse. You need to put something in the ground for it to grow. 0 multiplied by 55 million is 0. 0 multiplied by any number you give me in this world is 0. This is one of the reasons why I am tired of religious people. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. But you see, people take, as Christians or as religious people they want to follow the philosophy of Jesus Christ. They don't want to follow the actions of Jesus Christ. They come and they quote, but are you doing what Jesus Christ did? How you fed, how you multiplied people, he fed people with bread and fish and with thousands. Are you practicing those things? Do you give? Do you actually give? Last year, I fed 25,000 people in Nigeria, Uganda, and Ghana. Do you think God is not going to bless you? So these are practical things that you do. Now, I was in that call and I was hearing people sharing how they are doing it in different states. In real estate, we have something we call wholesaling in the United States. What is wholesaling? Let's say Mr. A is selling a house. I go there, I take the real estate, I put it on contract. The moment I sign that contract, if it's 60 days, 90 days, that house automatically becomes mine, even though I've not paid for it. Then I look for somebody. Let's say I bought that house for $200,000 on paper. All I have is a piece of paper, $200,000. I take the $200,000 piece of paper and I go to another investor who has the money. I say, you know what? I saw this property, off-market property is $200,000, and I know you have the money. I want to sell my contract to you. My contract is worth $270,000. I am not negotiating on the house. I'm negotiating on the piece of paper. So you sell that contract. Remember, I said, okay, I will give you $240,000 or $230,000 or $250,000. I say, fine. He transferred $200,000 to the real owner of the house and transfer $50,000 to me.
$50,000 to you.
I just made $50,000 in 30 days selling a piece of paper. I did not have to hit any hammer. I did not have to open any door, cut anything. That is how I started doing my real estate. Now, the moment I started doing that, I did it 1, 2, 3 times. I made a lot of money. I went back again to my source, Grant Cardone. How do I now go to the next level? In 2018, I started my program to become a licensed investor in the United States, and I paid $54,000. When I pay 54,000,
Dollars.
yes, to become a licensed investor, there is a sister company called Kogo Capitals. You can Google them. Kogo Capitals made me go through the investment program, gave me all the training that I needed. At the end of the training, they gave me a line of credit for $1 million. And that's how I started my real estate business. So, but imagine if they had called me for $1,000 is 450,000 in Nigeria. If they had called me that, oh, it's 1,000, I said, well, I don't want to give my $1,000 to anybody. I want to, it's my
Mm,
we will not be having these conversations that we're having. Nobody will know the
true.
Black brand. So you have to be ready to pay the price to get the prize. Okay? There's always something you have to pay. There's always a sacrifice you have to give. You know, it wasn't funny. All I'm saying, I'm talking about the last 4 years. I'll probably tell you in maybe 1 hour. Okay? So people don't take action. They just sit down. They wish they see me here, you know, and they want to be like me. Are you willing to let go of that 1,000? Now, when you get information, are you willing to let go of the $54,000 to build yourself? And that was not my last investment. Over that period, I've upgraded myself every single time along the way. Every time I see programs, last year I did almost several programs. I paid a program 15,000, yeah, 20,000 there. I went for trainings, and I make all my trainings public. People see me doing it. So the moment people started seeing me doing this thing, they're like, wow, this guy is moving and shaking things in the United States. Guess what happened? I became a money magnet. I opened it to Africa. I said, you invest your money in the United States, I buy the property, and that was how my portfolio went from $1 million line of credit to $24 million. Because now there's a secret called OPM, other people's money.
Other people's money.
You know, and that is the place you want to get to in your business. If you're still doing business, you're still doing business with the bank and your money, you're not arrived. The moment you start dealing with people's monies, then you have started. I've not arrived, I have started. Okay. So this year we're still doing business $1 billion with other people's money. We've already started getting them. We're closing deals. You know, we have a transaction for 4.5 million coming up, another one for $5.6 million coming up. And these are all real estate properties, and people are willing to put their money because they see that I have done it. So what are we saying? How am I linking all this to your goal setting for this year? Make up your mind today when you go to bed, wherever you are. When you wake up tomorrow morning, sit down and write your goals down. Write your plans down. Let them be big. Whatever you plan, multiply it by 1,000%. Write
Mm,
it down. Initiate the ideas, okay, that you want to take. Plan those ideas, okay? Execute them. A lot of people have problems in executing their goals. They have all these
true.
fancy things, and take action. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail. When I started doing my real estate, so many deals that I lost. But do you know that all it takes to change your life is one transaction?
One deal, one deal,
One deal.
one deal.
That is all it takes to change your life. One transaction. So you may go, they will say no. You may go, they say no. But one deal will click, and your whole life story is going to change.
True. Thank you very much, the Black Mentor. In fact, you just broke all my bone parts. I'm thinking in my head. So what's going to be that one deal? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go back and knock? Where do I need to just show up?
You need to show.
Until that one deal comes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been
And,
thinking in my head
and
all the while you were talking.
this just coming. Stop struggling. And
Mm,
struggling. It's not how you struggle and
how much you struggle.
how much you struggle, and work smart. Be diligent. The Bible says if you find a man that is diligent, he's going to eat with kings. Be diligent in your dealings. Be diligent. Go back home, repackage yourself. Okay? Go indoors. If
Mm,
you're listening to me out there, I don't know who it is. Go back home, repackage yourself. Read some books. Tidy yourself up. Get a haircut. Look good. Polish yourself. Rebrand your personality. Then get out there and rebrand yourself. Then when you do that, listen to this year, get away from certain things. People come see, in a place like Nigeria. Let me talk to my Nigerian brothers. You buy data, you pay for your calls, You pay for your credit, then you finish. All you're doing on the internet is watching a musician that's already making his money on stream. Meanwhile, you are paying for data. That guy you're watching is making money. Spend your time going online, reading books, listening to people that will motivate your spirit. I may not give you $1,000 cash, but what I'm giving, the information I'm giving you is over $1,000,000 because I'm giving you my very experience of what I did to make all this success that you've been hearing all over the place. Last year, I lost count of my awards. I lost count of awards that I had last year. This year is already starting. Okay? So the information I'm giving you is priceless. You cannot compare with money. So go out there, start reading books. Make up your mind that every month I'll read 1 or 2 books. Every month I'll read 1 or 2 books. Do it in 6 months. Let me tell you something. It takes 2 weeks to work on a new mindset. It takes 3 months to work on a new project. It takes 6 months to change your life. If you make up your mind today, I promise you in 6 months and you take action, your life would have moved from where you are to 1,000% better. All it takes is 6 months. Be consistent. 6 months. Make up your mind and say you're not going to be around any stupidity. You're not going to walk around with foolish people or serious people. I want to invest into myself 6 months. So this year, invest in yourself. That is the biggest investment you can get. Guys, before the Black Mentor came in, I was on social media, Facebook, screaming and everything until I made up my mind and I went to invest in myself. The moment I invested in myself, all I did was 54 books. Go and read 54 books this year, then come back next year. You will see what will happen. You might even be bigger than I am. 54 books that will shape your life. 54 mentors. That is what it meant because each book I was reading was a mentor, dead or alive. Each book I was reading was a mentor, dead or alive. So I have not even exhausted the things that I read in 2017. Those are the things that keep pushing me. The moment you do that, there is a propeller that comes with that mindset. It just starts magneting people. I have a guy that I've been seeing that has been talking on social media. He just comes and he talks. I'm watching out for that guy. Very soon he's going to explode. So you do that, and in 2021, you will be successful. You don't need any special theoretical, any formula. All the people you guys are going and following up on social media, you don't need them. Go into your doors, read, pray, build yourself, build momentum. When you come out, you will be like a giant just waiting to crush everything in 2021. No matter what 2021 throws at you, you will be successful.
Fantastic, fantastic. This is why they call you the Black Mentor. No too much theory, practicals.
Bro, let
Face
me
the
say
issue.
again. There is a book I read. There is a book I read when I was reading The Science of Getting Rich. I recommend everybody listening to go read it. The guy was talking about all this practical jargon. He said, this book is not a pragmatic book. This book is a practical book. If you want to be rich in 30 days, read this book. When I saw that book, what do you think I was going to do? I am reading it. I don't believe in all this theories, you have people, economists, that I don't believe in all that. I want results. See, people have come to understand, have come to mistake productivity for activities.
Nah.
In a place like Lagos, where traffic is there from morning till night, you go, you sit in traffic, you say you're going to Lekki, you sit in traffic from 8 in the morning to 7 p.m., then you come back. Today I worked so hard. That is what people do. They think it's by the length of traffic they sat down. Meanwhile, people sit down in the mainland, work smart, do whatever they do, and they get $1 million every single day. It is not the activities that you put. Okay? There is time for activities, but if you want to make money now, you don't need all these things. You just need practical steps. Do you know for the last 4 years, I've been waking up 1 a.m. every single day
Tell us
in,
more about it.
in the United States? See, people sit down, people sit down in America and say, I'm an international businessman. They don't even know where Chicago is or where
Mm.
Dubai is. What I did, I sat down and I was drawing my strategy. How am I going to beat this whole system, because it's a system. You need to understand how the system works. If you understand how the system works, see, if you go and you study how a lion reacts, and finally a lion comes in front of you, you will know how to tame the lion. But if you don't
Yes.
if you don't have information on how to tame a lion, the moment you see a lion, you will collapse.
You run.
So I had to understand how the system works. I said, okay, imagine if I wake up 7 a.m. every single day in my city. 7 a.m. is 2 p.m. already in Nigeria. It's 10 p.m. already in Dubai. There's no business I can do. You call anybody around 2 p.m. If I call you 2 p.m. in your office, you have gone for the day. So I had to strategize a way to do international business. So what I do is discipline. I discipline myself. I go to bed 8 a.m. every single day. I go to bed 8 a.m. I wake up 1 a.m. By the time I'm awake, you guys are just waking up there.
8 p.m. to 1 a.m.
8 p.m. I sleep 5 hours every day. Okay? When I wake up 1 a.m. in the morning, it's already 8 a.m. in Nigeria. Banks are just about to open over there. So there's no transaction I'm doing that somebody say, oh, I missed it. You didn't call me when I was in the office. It's 10 or 11 a.m. in Dubai. It's around 10 or 11 a.m. in the UK. So I'm always catching people to do transactions. It's 9 a.m. in South Africa. You get what I'm saying? So you have to come up with strategies. But there are still people in America who sleep and wake up 5, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning, and they want to do business in Nigeria. The day is gone. It's gone. You're not going to catch anybody at that time. They're all gone. So these are practical things. Our people have this notion. You ask them, how do you become? They say it's God. Though. They never
Now
tell
God,
you. I don't believe in that. I believe in God. Trust me. I'm a born again Christian. What do you call it? Tongue speaking, fire blazing. But I still believe that there's a practical part. God is a supernatural God. He plays the super part. You play the natural part. So
yes.
here, just to recap, make up your mind. Draw out your plans. Take corresponding action. Leave your comfort zone. Get out there and do it. Let's take questions then.
All right, that's a Black Mentor right there giving us. In fact, you just broke all my body. A lot of things. One of the goals I set for myself this year is to read 52 books this year. The
Beautiful.
first 2 weeks, I finished my first book, Crushing It by Gary V.
Yeah.
I'm reading my second book now, Business Secrets from the Bible. I'm almost done for the second week. And by the grace of God, I told my wife I'd already drawn the plan every week. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the book. I must finish one book in 1 week. When
Right.
I heard that the 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 global mentors, the bourgeois, the big boys read one book every week, I told
Yeah.
myself, if that's where I want to get to, then I should begin to do what they
They
do.
are doing. Now,
Because
to help you out. Another way you can do that, a lot of people like, how possible is it? So I have an app on my phone that reads the book for me. Now, some people, I am an audio visual person. Some of you might not be able to sit there. Some people's concentration is not more than 10 minutes. They carry.
yes,
So look for an app. You might look for an app, Kindle, whatever, and there are certain apps that read the book. Like when I'm flying, I have certain apps that read the books for me. Somebody's reading it. In fact, sometimes even dramatized. So have those kind of apps and read the books. All you have to do is just take a piece of paper. If you have your iPad, you take notes of things that really caught your attention. Then later on, the whole book might just be in a page that you read. So these are practical steps that you can take, because some people might not be able to sit down and read 52 books. I'm also reading my second book. The first book I read this year was Thinking. The second book that I'm reading this year is The Greatest Magic.
and
That's what
I'm
I'm
going
reading.
to get. I'm going to get that book you just talked about, The Science of Getting Rich. I'm going to
The
look for
science
it
of You read the science of
anyway.
getting rich and you practicalize it and you don't get rich. Change my name from Black Mentor.
I'm going to
Anybody,
get that book.
I've read that book twice. I read it just before I left 2015. I lost a lot of money in Nigeria, a lot. And I got to the stage where I became almost depressed. But I had to pick myself up. I read that book, The Science of Getting Rich. When I read it, it was like a propelling force. It pushed me from, see guys, 2016 January 1st, I woke up, my account was 12 naira. You hear what I just said?
12 naira.
12 naira. 12 naira. I read Science of Getting Rich that December, Christmas, my birthday is 31st, all the way to Christmas. When I was in Nigeria, I used to attend Christ Embassy. I went for the all night and everything. 1st January, remember my account was 12 naira. 12 naira. I was reading the book. By the time I finished reading the book, I started making phone calls. And somebody told me there was a deal in, what's that state? I forgot it. That state that is close to Abuja now.
Kogi State.
After Mina. Somebody said there's a deal for me in
Niger State.
I couldn't fly. I had to call a friend of mine to borrow me 10,000 naira to go to Mina. But that was the start. When I got to Mina, that deal led to the next deal, that deal next to the next deal, that deal. By May of that year, my account was 12 naira. I had over 15 million naira by May of that year. Go and read Science of Getting Rich and practice what is there. If you don't get rich, say my name is not the Black Mentor. I had 15 million. I went to Dubai in May. I was in Dubai when the transaction came for $250 million in May. When they brought the deal, they said, "Can you do it?" What do you think I said? You should know the answer. I said yes. But I was not having any clue on how to do it.
You showed up.
I showed up. I took the deal, flew back. I started calling every single person I know. I have this guy from Silicon Valley in New York, Silicon Valley in California. They need a loan of $250 million. This one will call that one will call this one will call. The next thing, we're able to hit somebody who said, "I can do it." Long story short, we closed 250 million. 6 of us shared 2% of 250 million. Go and do the math.
Dollars. $250,000.
$250 million. 2% of that for 12 people. And that was it.
Wow.
Do the rest. So there are things rich people do. You want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, go do it. And they are easy. It's actually easy. I don't want to say it's hard. You know, everything in life is hard. Being poor is hard. Being rich is hard. Choose your hard.
Exactly. Choose your hard. So, Black Mentor, you have broken everybody's bones. Guys, I can't even see comments in the comments, but they are still watching. They are there because I can see them watching.
I know.
But
right?
in fact, they're just tired. They don't even ask questions. Okay, so let me ask my first question.
God bless his soul, Ubon King. I spoke
Yes.
to him on the 27th of November. He called me. We spoke on the 27th of November, and on the 26th of November, he died. I was shocked. Exactly a month we spoke. The text is still on my phone, everything we spoke. He told me something, you know. He saw my interview with Ubi Franklin, come and said, "Who is your father?" You know how he talks. He said, "Who is your father?"
Yes.
So I told him about myself, and he told me something. He said, "A successful man without a story is not successful. It is your story that will sell you."
True.
You know, it's not. I didn't just wake up and one senator just gave me 10 million naira. No, you know, Mr. Ubong interviewed me twice. He said your own is going to be part 1 and part 2. If you recall, it was twice on his radio show because we were going. He said, "I can't finish your story in one day. We had to do part 2. So what drives people is not formulas. And I keep telling our leaders, it's not formulas or theories. It's your story.
True.
Right now, people are seeing me. Some of them are even living my life. I finished secondary school in June. I started teaching secondary school the same year. In Nigeria, I will go to a Aswani market and I will buy trousers for 10 naira. I will buy tie. You know now, 10 naira tie. My tie was like cutlass.
Sword of the spirit.
Sword of the spirit that you about that. You know, so somebody right now is trying to get these things done. I'm not going to be here and telling you, no, I don't believe in all that. Just do these things I'm telling you. Go read some books. invest in yourself. That is the biggest investment you can get. Stay away from, from things that are not adding to your life, music that are not adding, videos that are not adding. Stay away from Netflix. Build yourself. Become an edifice. By the time you grow up and your mental capacity is so strong, it can. People tell me I'm a very stubborn person. I just laugh. You know why I became stubborn? Because I have heard some things you've not heard. I have seen some things you've not seen. When I say no, my no is no. When I say yes, my yes is yes. People term it as being stubborn. But that is the stubbornness that got me to the place I'm successful now. When I was the yes man, yes man, yes man, I wasn't successful. But now I can look into your eyes and smile and say, no, I'm not doing it. That is how successful people act. So go do it.
Fantastic.
Go do it.
Let me give you some of the comments that I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. Somebody said, I told you you broke people's bones. Just watch the next comment now. It says, I'm sitting on the floor with my hand on my jaws. I am speechless. That's on Chisom. Victor says, he says, I'm broken. It says, I'm broken. That's it right there. It says, I'm broken. Abasi Freke says, speechless. I told you, I said, what you just said, even to type is a problem for people now. But, sir, I'm going to ask you this question quickly from my observation. Where was the point you knew you had to leave Nigeria to go to America? Because remember, there's this jackpot story today. Every young person wants to jackpot from Nigeria. What that means is they want to leave Nigeria. What was it for you? Was it the economy that made you leave, or was it what was it for you that was the cutting point? Do we have to leave Nigeria to be as prosperous as you are, or do we have to leave Nigeria to actually make it, or can we still make it in Nigeria? What was the point for you? I think we can learn from that story.
So not everybody has to leave Nigeria. It's all about personal conviction. In my own case, the transaction that I'm just telling you now, the $250 million came with the trip to come to the United States.
Okay.
When the transaction was going on at that time, I would show up in the meetings. Those people are crazy. Those people are crazy. I was always the one bringing everybody together. When I finished closing the deals, the guy in Silicon Valley called me and said, Joseph, we think you're in the wrong environment. So
Yes.
with the kind of skills that you have, we would like you to be on our team. So the goal was to sponsor myself and my family then to come to the United States, become their consultant in getting them international deals, because they have international deals they do from time to time, and they always need international funding. So when I came here, my goal for when I started, my goal was to get them international funding for the next 6 to 10 years. And in that, by so doing, they sponsored me to come to the United States. That was my own.
And your full family.
Yes, that was my own story. Now, for you who is listening to me, if that is your conviction, do it. See, it's one thing having seed, it's another thing having a good soil. If you feel like where you are, Nigeria, whatever, is not giving you the kind of soil you have, there are so many people that are changed. There are so many people that have this opportunity. They're smart, they have potentials, but the environment is not there for them to be able to expand, for them to be able to scale and things like that. So if you have to, take it. If you don't have the opportunity, make use. But what I'm saying is do something about your life, because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your life. It's not my life. My life is different from your life. Your life is different from the next person. You just have to take action. Nobody's going to push you. You have to push yourself from that poverty or from that place where you are or that thing you want to achieve. You have to push yourself, because if you don't push yourself, nobody will push you. I am pushing myself. The worst thing I can do is come and share some 1,500,000 naira or give some helping hand. But that is not enough. At the end of the day, you want to eat the real meat, not the crumbs that are falling on the table. Like I say again, why people love my brand is I don't come here and start talking what is not. I tell you my story, the way it is, the way it started, and how it's going. People see me. People that follow me see me when I'm flying, when I'm talking, when I'm negotiating, when I'm closing deals, and they're like, this guy is doing it. That's what people like. 95% of successful people don't show you what they are doing. They don't even tell you they are doing real estate. They just tell you we are making money. That is how our elites are back home. They don't tell you what they are doing. You know, there are very, very people that you think are only doing acting. It's not true. It's not acting that is giving them that money. They have properties they bought in Lekki. They have lands they are selling. They have oil wells, but they won't tell you. They have places they've invested their money. They won't tell you those things. But I tell you everything that I do because I believe the sky is wide enough for all the birds to fly. True. I am not chasing Segun that, oh, I want to be richer than Segun like this, every time like this. You know, I want to be a better version of myself tomorrow. I want to be better than yesterday. My tomorrow's version has to be better than today. And so on and so forth. So I'm not in a race with anybody. So that is what you need to do. Invest in yourself. And if the opportunity comes, you need to leave. Take opportunities, okay? But if you don't push yourself, if you don't start, you're not going to get there.
Fantastic. Let me take this question. You know, you said to me that 1 hour will not be enough to have an interview with you.
Ubi tried it. You remember Ubi?
Yes, Ubi Franklin.
Interview. He said it's 1 hour. I didn't say anything. Ubi brought me on. I was there for 2 hours. I was even going to go for it. People were like, don't let it go. That's I always tell you, because my points are practical, and you know, practicality comes with skill, comes with stories, comes with practical steps. It's not just I'm telling you I read in a book. This is nothing I read in a book. It's my life. I'm just telling you my life history. So somebody can, okay, if you can do it, I can do it.
Stories sell better.
Yeah.
So let me take this question. What skills would you recommend as being necessary to scale up? Which skills enabled you to close deals?
Number one, go and learn how to sell. Okay.
Go to Grant Cardone University.
Go and learn how to sell. You know, you have to be able to sell anything. If you cannot sell, then you're not ready to make money. Be ready to sell. Number two, be ready to take risk. That is a major factor. You see, I was talking to a friend, was it yesterday? She was telling me that it was so courageous of you to have left your comfort zone, Nigeria, where you know, I had families, I had friends, I had everybody. Here, I didn't know anybody. I came. When I got to New York, I was looking up like this. You know, nobody were lost. My daughter was 2 back then. It was in New York. My daughter made the first sentence of her life.
Wow.
You know, children would say, "Daddy, hungry." When she landed in New York, the cold alone, my daughter said, "Daddy, it is cold here." You know, that made a full sentence. You know, so, and it was so risky that I didn't just come on my own. I came with my entire family back then. You know, and we were just coming. We didn't know what to expect. But you see, I knew I had something inside of me. I knew I could sell anything. If you put me in the desert, I will sell sand and succeed. Trust me. You know, there was a story that I read in a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Talks about who was sent from the UK to go to a country and sell bathroom slippers. He flew from UK, went to, is the story of Bata. I don't know if you know Bata. There's a brand called Bata.
Bata shoes, those days.
Yeah, in those days. He flew from the UK, went to those guys, let's say in Africa, and when he got there, they don't put on shoes. So he flew back home and told them that, come, why would you send me to those people? Those people don't put on shoes. You need to send me to a place where they know about shoes. Another man heard him saying it in the meeting, say, please give it to me, give it to me. Flew down there, said, can I meet your king? He said, yes. He went to the king, washed the king's legs. Now that is selling point. Washed the king's leg, made his leg look good and put on the batter. And he said, now you walk on the ground. When the king walked on the ground, he felt his leg was so comfortable that just walking with barefoot. He said, you know what? I want you to supply these slippers to my whole community. Perspective. And that is why I always tell people, build your mindset. Okay? I had to go and create a whole organization called the Black Mentor University, where I have materials there for you. My best-selling course is called Success Mindset 101 and 102. Go there, read it, build yourself. Okay, if you don't know where to start from, go and get my course, Success Mindset. The website is www.blackmentoruniversity.com. Go build your mindset. I tell people what I don't have in stature, Segun, 10 times of you, I have it in my mind. Your whole stature, 10 times. Because
Mm.
it's so strong and powerful, I can do anything that I want. If there's a road to Ghana or Nigeria now, and they say there is no visa, I will walk to Nigeria and close that deal. It doesn't matter. See, when you set your mind is so powerful. Look at the picture behind me. I don't know how I'm going to move. You see the cat, the small cat, he's looking, but he's seeing a lion. He's seeing a huge lion. When you set your mind, you are focused. There is nothing you cannot do. Have you not got to the position you say, this thing, those of you that are married, you see this beautiful lady, you say, this lady, I must marry her. That was the day you made up your mind. No matter what the woman did, no matter the goal she set, if she like, let her set a goal that was high as Mount Everest, you climbed it.
True. So true.
Do that. Take action, build selling skills, make up your mind. I'm saying the question.
Yes. So how do I maximize my association with success? We'll wrap up with this one. How do I maximize my association with successful people? Because many of us, before you come in, sir, many people have uncles, aunties that are rich, and every time they go to them asking for handouts. They have successful people in their churches that they know. They have quite a number of good people in their network, but they don't know how to maximize that relationship. So how do we maximize the association with successful people?
Every single time I have the opportunity to sit with my mentor, the former governor of Wisconsin, I have a project with him. I don't go there and go gist and go drink wine. Okay? You need to understand that one of the things successful people don't have is time. Busy than you are. So whenever you go to them, go with solutions. Look for something. Do a research. Something they are doing or they are doing right now. How they say, to that thing. Go there. Don't go there and say you're there to go and look for it. Go there and be the help. It's simple. If you have a friend who always comes to your house or a brother who always comes to help you, you always want the person to come in. But you see, in so doing, you'll be giving him more responsibilities. We always go there looking at, this guy has arrived. Even people that have arrived. It's just that successful people have problems in different ways. Their problem might not be much, but you help them say, you know what, I know how I can help you maximize your time. I know how I can help you put this thing in order. I know how I can help you do that. The moment they see that you're always there to help, they will always give you that opportunity. Okay? So go there,
with the intention to deliver value to them.
Deliver value to them. Not going there thinking you want to receive. Don't go there thinking you want to get anything. Go there letting them know you are somebody of value. You have something you can give to them. You have something you can put into them. Imagine if, from time to time, the governor of Wisconsin, the former governor calls me and I go there. People don't understand, I'm not into the political aspect of this administration. I'm on the economic side. Okay, I'm always helping people to set up their business, how to build their credit, how to get funding for their businesses and things like that. Okay, so every time I go there, I'm telling them how to build things. What are the people thinking? How are people projecting things? How what the decisions you're taking is affecting the grassroots people here, and that is why they value me to tomorrow. That because the people up there, they're not willing to come down to do anything yet, but you have that, communication, that arrow. You're talking to the rich and you're talking to the poor. Or sorry, you're talking to the average. Nobody's poor. You're talking to the average people. So all you have to do is link those things, those opportunities you have. Let me show you something. I have a very rich friend that I know. I have the first test kit in the entire world that you can test with COVID-19 in 10 minutes.
So you're going to give it to him?
He just gave me this opportunity. He gave my company. I've already shipped this thing out to Africa already. The first test kit in the whole world, you test for 10 minutes. Imagine. Now, he is in Russia, right? He has a company in South Korea, but he doesn't know how to penetrate Africa. Guess who he called?
You.
The Black Mentor, because he knows I'm on Valley. So you know what? I want to move this thing to Africa. I don't know anybody there, but I know you. Let's do it. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars worth of transaction. So when people know that every time they call you, you're going to solve their problem. Now, his problem is not money. What is his problem? Logistics. You see? Logistic. And I said, I want samples. They sent me samples. I was just showing you. This is the red one. So his problem now is logistics. How do I move those things from here and penetrate Africa? I'm there. So rich people also have problems. Look for
Yes.
their solution. So that's it. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let me say this. I'm so excited that you agreed to join us tonight.
Our are so funny with their comments. This is
I'm
over.
telling you, Andrew says this is overload, too much content for one night. Uh, Edna said Black Mentor is the best.
Thank you very
I,
much.
I agree. I agree with her. Black Mentor is the best. Thank you for breaking me tonight. You actually broke many of us. You broke me too. See, I'm usually very, very upbeat and excited, but I'm broken tonight because there are many things I could do that I haven't done. And Edna says you are so right. Please let's appreciate the Black Mentor for coming tonight. Abasifreke Udokang is giving you thumbs up. Temi Sangab says, people are still broken. They are still doing and seeing things from the
Another.
perspective that they've never
Yeah.
seen before. And that's why you are the Black Mentor. Somebody said, let's continue. The Black Mentor
Maybe
has
we'll
to
come back
go.
another time.
Yes, we'll come back another time.
Oh, and I'm
Black
always
Mentor.
here. I was talking to somebody. I said the name Black Mentor has nothing to do with geography or demography or anything. It's just a black man with what I've learned. I want to mentor people, so I'm always open. And I think I'm one of those guys, on my platform that people chat me, and I just like I'm talking, just chat me, and I just chat them. I don't care who you are, where you are, whatever. So anytime I am called upon, I am always here to answer because I just have to give back. Remember, I told you my story of how when I met the vice president. He said, true success in America is you come here, you work hard, you become successful, but you must give back.
Mm.
So this is me giving back to you now. Okay,
It's
so
part of the it's part of the American dream.
yes, it's part of it, and it's part of the circle of life.
True.
Bible says, as long as the earth continues to rotate, seeds, sowing and reaping
Seed
always be
time and harvest will always
time,
continue.
always continue. So the moment
Mm.
I stop giving, it means I want to stop receiving.
True, true, true. Somebody from Ghana, Charlotte Owusu Asari,
Yeah,
says, "Good job, Black Mentor.
thank you
Thank
very
you." Temisa says, "My head is busting."
much.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly. Andrew also says, "Thanks so much, sir. My life has changed."
I
A
appreciate
huge thanks to the Black Mentor. I am loaded. Look at what somebody said. I'm not sleeping tonight.
it. Please sleep. That person has made up.
Yes, she has. She has. She has.
Yeah, that person has made up their mind.
Yes, she has. She obviously has. Let me thank you again, the Black Mentor. And let me say, for those of you watching, you can go and follow the Black Mentor on social media, Facebook, Instagram,
It's a black man.
Twitter. Just put the Black Mentor, the
Yeah,
Black Mentor. You will find him there. Every social media platform, he's there. Find him and reach out to him. Thank him, and you can ask him questions. Remember, you don't go to people of value without bringing value. Not because they go to disturb them, ask for giveaway, and start troubling him every minute. He doesn't have all the time. You listen to what I said. Oh, you don't go to people of value without bringing value. So if you are going to go to him, go with some value, and then he can give back to you. I'm sure when I went to him to do all of this, he saw what I'd already done with
yes,
Ubon King and the others. I said, "Oh, fine, let's do this. Let's do this." Social media is your new CV. If you
correct.
have your stuff there properly, and then there are many people, Black mentors, that I will go to and say, "I have done something with the Black mentor last week,"
Oh,
and they
yeah.
will just jump and say, "Oh, Black mentor was with you. Fine, I'm good to go."
Yes, that's it. You're right. You're very correct.
So true. So I advise everyone to use your social media properly. Reach him, but reach him properly so that you can also build your network. Thank you very much, sir. This has
Yeah.
been a life-changing event. By the way, more people are going to watch this because we're going to advertise. We're going to sponsor this on Facebook and YouTube so that more people can watch
Thank you
and
very
get to see what you have shared. I want to say a big thank you to you again. I don't know how to end this, but I have to say a big thank you
very
to
much.
you.
I
Warm
appreciate it.
regards to your family.
Thank you.
Uh, Silver and gold I have not. What I
You
have is
have
to show
given.
you to my people to see how they can learn from what you have. Thank you, sir. Do have a
Thank you very much.
wonderful day and evening. It's about evening there. It's night
It's
here now.
2:16 p.m. in the afternoon here. 2:16.
Fantastic. Have a wonderful afternoon
Very
while
much.
we have a good night. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, so that has been the Black Mentor, everybody. I am sure you enjoyed every bit of it. Miss Ann says, we can't sleep, oh. We are awake this morning. Yes, so no sleeping tonight. No sleeping tonight. The Black Mentor has put fire in our bodies. Abasi Freke Udokan says, social media is the new CV. I see that you put a lot of the comments in the proper format. Please do reach out to me, send me a message. I want you to send them to me on WhatsApp so that we can make picture flyers from it. Abasi Freke, you have been a wonderful participant tonight. You put all the comments that the highlights of what the Black Mentor said, you put them properly together. So I want you to please, if you have my WhatsApp number, do send it to me on WhatsApp. If not, send me a message. I'll reach out to my WhatsApp number to you so that you can send it to me. I'll send it to my graphic people and they'll make out picture quotes from all of them. I hope you guys have had a wonderful night tonight. You learned something new. I hope you did learn something new. Like the Black Mentor said, it's not just about the theory, it is the practical. It is in what you do with what you hear. Look, oh, this is 1 hour, 20 minutes, and I see have all of you watching. Then just will be waiting. 1 hour, 20 minutes, and you are still here. Abasi Freke. Okay, let me put did I put my number? Just chat me up. Chat me up on chat me up on Facebook. I would give you my WhatsApp number. Okay. Yes. Thank you all. Thank you all. Anyhow, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I have had a wonderful night. I hope you guys had a wonderful night too. It has been a fantastic episode. This year is superb. Next week, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on who we are bringing next week. But you have to be here next week, Tuesday. If you have not already joined our WhatsApp, our Telegram group where you can get all this information, please go and register here. bit.ly, register CWS. CWS is Conversation with Segun. And there you can join the Telegram group and we can give you details of our programs when they're coming and what is coming on. You can get all of that when you register there. All right. Thank you again. Thank you all. You guys are still not going, but thank you anyhow. I enjoyed doing tonight with Black Mentor and with you all there. I hope you have a wonderful night. Sleep well. I'll see you next Tuesday. Please, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please, I want all of you now watching, subscribe to this channel. That's another way you can get information when we're on. It just pops, put a notification, it pops and shows you that Segun Manuel is live and you can watch. And there are many other videos you can watch on this channel. We're talking about Ubon King just now. We'll have a video with him. We'll have a video with Jimmy Tewe, Paul Fo, Steve Harris, Miles Monroe, everybody that is everybody. Feladrote, they're all the videos are all here on this channel. I don't see why you wouldn't want to subscribe to this channel. If you want to learn, this is the place for you to learn. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to see you guys all tonight. Subscribe to this channel and do have a pleasant night. I love you. See you on Tuesday next week.